It's this really cute edge featuring loops at the bottom of your work with 3 beads per loop. On this video, I'll teach you how to do the Beaded Loops Edge. I'll be using a 4mm hook and some cotton yarn size 3. Okay, so for this design, we're going to start with a slip knot. And I want to explain to you how you're going to count your beads. So you're going to thread your beads through the yarn first. And the way that you want to count your beads is the foundation chain is going to be a multiple of 3. So for this little sample I'm going to make for you, I'm going to make 12 chains. So the amount of beads that you need is going to be the number of your foundation chain minus 3. So I'm going to be making a chain of 12 for the sample, meaning I need 9 beads. If you are making a foundation chain that is, I don't know, let's say 30 chains, you're going to need 27 beads. And so that's how you're going to count however many beads you need for the design. So let me show you here. Let's start that foundation chain of 12 in my case. A tip here is that if you make your chains loose, that's actually going to help you. You don't want your chains to be too tight to one another. So for the foundation chain, you're going to work 3 chains. So 1, 2, 3. And now you're going to pull the first set of 3 beads. So pull it to, next to the hook. This down. Pull it through. And now we're going to continue our chains. So we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And something that's important is that you'll see this chain here, like the first chain that you do after you pull the beads is kind of just hanging on top of the beads. So it might look weird, but that's definitely a chain, and you're not, we want to make sure that we count that. So I just did my next 3 chains. Now we're going to pull the next set of 3 beads forward next to the hook. Making sure that we're not pulling on the yarn too much so that our chains continue to be loose. And now I'm going to do my next set of 3. So 1, 2, 3. And now I'm going to pull my next, and in my case, last set of beads closer to the hook. And now I'm going to do my last set of 3. So 1, 2, and 3. And here is my foundation chain of 12 chains, and my beads kind of, I want to say beaded through, but, basically through the yarn as well. So now that there is the end of the foundation chain, and now we can move on to row 1. For row 1, you're going to chain 1 and flip the work. Now you're going to do 1 single crochet into the second chain from the hook. So you skip the first one and into the next, insert your hook, and do a single crochet. And we want to do this into each chain all the way down. So insert your hook into the chain and do a single crochet. Now the next one's going to be the one that is, between the beads. So we're going to go kind of under both of those loops and create a single crochet. And this is what we're going to do all the way down. Single crochets into the chains. And into the one that's holding the beads, you go under both loops just to properly secure it. Under both of the loops that are above the beads, create your single crochet. And so it's going to start looking like this. You get that little loop that holds your beads at the bottom of the base. And this is it. This is a very simple design, but it adds a really fun element of beads to your work. So I'm going to continue doing this all the way to the end. I'm almost done here. Go under both loops that are above the beads, single crochet, and now I have 3 chains to go for the very edge. 2 and 3. Now, technically, this is the end of the design. However, if you want to make your border thicker, you can go ahead and just create as many rows of single crochets as you want. For that, you would start row 2 and each row onwards by chaining 1 and then flipping your work and doing 1 single crochet into each stitch. So I'll show you once. Chain 1, flip your work. 1 second, my yarn. And there, flip your work. And now just do a single crochet into each single crochet. And this is going to give you just a thicker border. You don't have to do this, but this is just in case this helps you for, to attach it to the project that you're going to attach it to. I feel like it looks too thin with just 1 row of single crochets. So 1 single crochet all the way to the end. And again, you can repeat that however many times you want for an even thicker border. This is my last single crochet here. Let me show you what that looks like. There you go. See, now it's a little bit thicker. Whenever you have the thickness that you want, you can go ahead and cut off your yarn and thread your ends through. Okay, this is a very tiny sample, but look how cute. You can see those loops kind of hanging off of the work at the bottom, and then the 3 beads in each of the loops, adding a really, really fun and unique detail. Hey, while you're at it, why don't you just subscribe to my channel? Just do it. Just do it.